I do see this drop is coming, and as you can see right here, not doing anything yet. Not really paying attention to the minimap, as PoNina will be actually dropping in this location and will be doing some decent amounts of damage, as this is a huge drop and will be taking out the sensor tower, going for the supply depot, as I am forced to come back with all my units. Oh boy. Doing some massive amounts of damage in my base. Was target firing that orbital, but deciding instead to just go for my attachments on my base, doing some decent damage to my buildings. However, my army does arrive here in time, and he is forced to actually pull away with whatever medevac he has right here. Meanwhile, not relinquishing the center of the map, I do have tanks in this location, and finally move out with my command center. Will be turning this into an orbital, as I do want to gain a better economic advantage over my opponent. Take a look back at my opponent's base. He is just streaming out Marines, Marauders, medevacs, and taking a look at the upgrades. He doesn't have any upgrades yet. While taking a look at my bio, there are still 01 in upgrades. Not really doing well on upgrades. I really didn't do well on upgrades, and I really should have been spending my money. As you can see right here, lots and lots of money to spend, not spending it, as my idle SUVs just stare at each other doing nothing, as I misclicked in that location. And I do have this center hold of this location, so if my opponent tries to move out, he will get met by lots of tank fire. Meanwhile, PoNina will actually be trying to drop me, and we follow this line right here. He is actually trying to drop me in this location right here, or at least hang out right here. But there's a missile turret in this area, and he would probably be safe for dropping in this location. However, I think I spotted this somehow. I don't know how I spotted this, but or just predicting maybe that he would try to drop in this location. And no, guys, I don't have map hack, so please, no map hack cries, and I don't want to hear any of that. I don't hack in any of the games that I play, and I don't find it fun at all to hack. Meanwhile, PoNina will be moving out with his medevac right here, but it gets intercepted by this one turret and will shoot it down. This turret will take all the credit for this turret's one kill, as I begin moving up into my opponent's base, seeing that there's only Marines and medevacs in this location. Moving up with this one tank, I really siege that right now, as I am, oh jeez, starting to saturate that location. More idle SCVs, but that's okay for the time being. Moving up into this location just to check if there is any expansion right here. I probably should have moved up again into that location just to check where or if any there are any third expansions, third bases I should say, as my opponent does scan, does see that my army is right here, and it starts to engage. And as I pull back with my army, which are still 01 upgrades, my opponent is 01 in upgrades also, managing to take out that tank. However, getting shelled by this one tank that was sieged up in this location, and is forced to pull back with his Marines. A little bit of a micro battle going on, as I do have sensor towers here and here in this location, so PoNina won't be able to drop me without me knowing it. Meanwhile, just taking a center hold in the front of his base right here, going to be sieging up in this location and just forcing PoNina to stay in his base and until I decide to break him. Going to be coming out with my level 1 weapon armor upgrade finally, as I do realize that I'm probably behind in upgrades, and way behind in upgrades I should say. Going for that level 2 weapons upgrade for my bio, as just continuing to macro up and just push even further into even further down the line right here, trying to extend my tank line right here. Probably should have scanned in this location just to check if there were tanks in there. Luckily for me, there weren't, and I'm just able to set up a beautiful contain in this location. Meanwhile, PoNina will actually be moving out with a drop in this location, probably going to be dropping me, as I do spot this drop, and PoNina will actually unload right here. I don't know why, as I managed to push up into PoNina's natural, and he doesn't have his armor right here and is forced to engage this location right here. PoNina will actually be just going for it, as I am forced to pull back my tanks and my bio units, as this set of bio units will whittle down his natural right there. PoNina will actually be stemming up and trying to take out this location, as he does discover that there is a base right here, trying to take that location out, and he will successfully do so, as I siege my tanks up in time, as PoNina will actually just continue to break down whatever uh, structures I had in that location, as I am coming in to this location right here. However, my tanks are within range and shell out some decent damage against PoNina's forces, and I am managing to whittle away at whatever he has left, managing to bait his bio into my tank fire a little bit, as he is forced to pull back. He could have dropped me. Actually, no, he couldn't have dropped me without me knowing, and I would have just destroyed him. Getting up, meanwhile, my counterattack, moving up into PoNina's natural, and target firing down his main orbital. Actually doesn't have any more mining bases except for this one, but he can't get there because SCVs can't. These destructible rocks are not broken, and PoNina will actually be forced to come back into this location and deal with this aggression, as he is actually forced to move his main into this location right here. But as you can see right here, I still have the majority of my army standing, and he actually landed his racks right here. I do actually spot this, as I did notice that his I actually scanned right here, and I did notice actually that his buildings were moving to this location, so excuse me, just scanning in that location and checking the watchtower here, and I discover that all of his racks are right here and they are open for attack, and it is hunting day, as I do manage to start taking down his racks, as you can see right here. And PoNina doesn't really have much of a defense against this. There's nothing much he can do. Tanks right here, 1-2 upgraded bio, and as I begin to target fire down these racks right here, will actually be wow, trying to break down these destructible rocks, because I did see that there was an orbital in this location, as PoNina actually moves in with whatever forces he has, but stimming up and trying to take down my tanks, but not being able to, as they do siege up in time, as I do manage to take down this command center right here, as PoNina is stuck on this mining location only, managing to take down one of his racks that was burning, as PoNina, I scan right here, see that PoNina doesn't have anything to defend this location right here, and I'm moving up into this location. I tried to do some damage right here, shell out some fire right here with my tanks as I move into this location, and manage to drop him in his natural, and he doesn't really have anything to defend against this, and it's just a matter of when he will GG, as he doesn't have any units. As we take a look at the army tab, yeah, doesn't really have much of a standing force, and will actually be forced to either leave the game, or, well, I was gonna say GG, but as you can see right there, just forced to leave the game. Just a short recap, as this was pretty much a straightforward game. PoNina tried to drop me in the back of my base and was actually successful in doing so. He did manage to do some damage to my orbital and take out some SCVs and stop the mining process in this location. But I was able to pull back with all my marines and engage whatever aggression he had with my own marines and my SCVs, and push that aggression away. And behind that, I was able to expand into this location and just continue to macro up. Didn't actually move into this location for a third, but that was taken out, as PoNina did fly his forces over into this location, dropped, and just hit me from there, while my units were right here and they were trying to move up into that location right there. I think PoNina was actually trying to move into this location, but there was my command center right there, and he wasn't able to actually move anything right there. Decided to drop everything here, but as you can see here, I broke down those destructible rocks, and long story short, started shelling out whatever he had right here, and just moved into his main with my 1-2 upgraded bio, and just started destroying everything, as I did have another force move into this location to destroy PoNina's final mining location, and thus win the game. Well, everyone, that does it for this game. I did realize halfway through the game that I did have the timer up, and I do apologize for that. I normally like to keep the timer down, as it makes for more interesting replays, as you don't know at exactly how long this game is. But yes, I did leave this on by accident, and again, I apologize for that. But no biggie, as I will try to remember not to do that again. And well, that wraps up this game. If you like my commentary and videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, thumbs up and like this video. And if you like Diablo 3 play, I did begin posting some of my gameplay of Diablo 3. I started my gameplay and my walkthrough uh, or playthrough or whatever you want to call it, guide or whatever, and in Nightmare, as I did think that I was trying to level up, and just watching me grind level 1 through level 30, I don't think that would have been any fun. Well, anyways, please go check out those videos, check out my other StarCraft 2 videos, and as always, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you on another episode of Let's Play with AK.